Y'all, we unlocked new characters to talk about here up on this channel. We are going to be talking about 2K and Brianna Olsen. Now, I actually have talked about both of them before, like in references to like a Santos video or maybe like an Ash Trevino video, because they all kind of are like in the same realm. And I want to say for a brief, and I do mean a brief moment, Bri was friends with Ash Trevino. I want to say that she actually was like out there partying with her in Texas, but then they immediately, like, I want to say they hung out like one time or one weekend, and then after that they were like done being friends. I don't quite still understand what the beef was there, but it just seems to be an ongoing thing with Ash Trevino that she can't really keep no friends around her. Because if you guys have noticed, like, she literally just has new people surrounding her like all the time. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen too, I did mention this briefly in a video to where I was talking about 2K beefing with Ash Trevino. I'm a little confused by this, and obviously it's the topic of today's video that we're going to be talking about, and y'all know that clearly I don't have a kid, so I don't know how this type of thing works. Also, all of my friends too with kids have never went through a custody battle, so I'm really unfamiliar with this type of thing. But to me though, and maybe I'm just 100% wrong on this, like, I kind of was underneath, like, you know, the assumption that the mom typically gets primary custody. And I want to say as of right now that 2K is fighting and winning for primary custody of their child, which, by the way, it's so crazy because I've heard him talk before on live, as well as Brianna Olsen, saying that she has to like go out there to Texas to see her own baby. And also, y'all, they made a compilation of this girl Bri together. Like, low-key, if I'm keeping it real, from what I've seen of her, like, low-key, she seems just as messy as Ash Trevino, like, for real, because please tell me why she was on a live and somebody had said, like, why don't you move to Texas? She's like, I don't have no reason to move out there. And everyone's like, your son is out there. Like, why aren't you moving towards your son? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean you don't have any reason to move out to Texas? Or maybe it's California and she's in Texas, or vice versa. Okay, I could totally be getting that wrong, but I want to say it's California. Either she lives in California and he lives in Texas, or he lives in California and she lives in Texas. Either which one it is, she literally said that. And I was just like, how are you going to have your whole kid in another state and say, I don't have a reason to move out there? Like, to me, that was mind-blowing to me, because I would think that, say, for example, if I did have a kid with somebody and they moved to another state, like, damn, it would suck to have to, like, uproot my life and, like, move to a whole nother state so I can be closer to my kid. But I just feel like I would do it at least for the, like, little time being, do you know what I mean? Because he's like a baby. I want to say he's like 8 months old. So I'm like, how is it that your baby daddy has primary custody over him? He's in a whole nother state, and you're over here saying, I have no reason to move. Like, from what I have seen, okay, and this is just my opinion, from what I have seen, it just seems like she's just, you know, she doesn't really want to be a mom. That's just the vibes that I'm getting here. Anyways, though, what we're going to be talking about within today's video is, it's kind of crazy that she's getting onto the internet and saying that 2K is actually not the father of their son, Winter, which I have to say, from what I have seen of 2K, first of all, I really like him. I think he's hilarious. I really think that he's funny. Also, too, like, I want to tell him, like, sir, can I have some of your hair? Like, that fool looks like he got so much damn hair. And I'm like, sir, the way I got 3 strands on my head right now, can I at least just get, like, a little bundle from you? Because, damn, his hair looks, like, luxurious. I'm like, sir, you don't need all that hair. Give me some. Anyways, I think that he's, like, really, like, from what I have seen, okay? And I know everybody chooses to, like, show what they want on social media. But social media, I said that weird. But he is also a live streamer. Like, that fool was live, like, every damn day. So I've seen him before on live, and I have to say, like, he seems like a really good dad. He seems like he is very attentive. He seems like he is very there, and his mom's right there helping him all throughout the way. And I don't know, I really do. I think that he's chill. I think he seems like a good dad and whatnot. And I'm just not getting those vibes from Bri. I'm just telling you that. Anyways, I think that if this does come out to be true, like, low-key, it would be a little bit sad, because he's really putting in so much effort taking care of this kid. And he has actually said, and I will play some clips within today's video, that regardless of what comes out of this, like, he's still following through with all the court hearings, because they are, I don't know if he's fighting for, like, full custody. I want to say right now, though, he was granted, like, primary custody, but then I think he's fighting for, like, full custody of their son. And he said that he's still like, that's my son no matter what. But also at the same time too, I don't know, it's crazy because she's on, this is why I say, I'm like, low-key, I kind of feel like she's like, ugh, like, she rubs me the wrong way, because you guys will see, I'll play a clip within today's video too, that she's out there on the internet and she's like, oh, well, he spent like 100 grand or whatever. People were commenting underneath that video, because she was like, well, whatever, he's spending all this money, like, that's on him, like, thanks for spending that much money on my son or whatever. Did you guys know, and I don't know if this is true, okay, so let me know down below, but did you guys know that supposedly, according to people in the comment section, that, say, for example, if he really did in fact spend like 100K on, like, his son so far, and of course, like, all the lawyer fees and things like that, that if they end up doing a DNA test and that's not in fact his son, that she would have to pay it back. That's what people were saying in the comment section. I was kind of tripped out by that because I was like, damn, that would be so crazy to go through this whole entire thing. Apparently, though, he didn't want to do the DNA test ahead of time because I guess maybe it could like look bad to like, I don't know, the judge or something who's doing their case, which y'all, I don't know nothing about none of these damn legal things. So like when I'm hearing up on this thing, I'm like, okay, I don't know about this. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead and play the first couple TikToks from Brie Olsen to where she is saying that he's not the father, and then I'll play the responses after to where he's like responding to that. But I think it's so damn messy, to be quite honest with you guys. Oh, also, I had seen too before, there was this guy that like used to kick it with Ash Trevino on live with 2K, and please tell me why they were beefing at it, because he was like, this guy put him on blast, right? I want to say his name's Machon. He put him on blast and he was like, why are you hitting up Brie? And he's like, I'm hitting up Brie because she has my son. Like, it's regarding my son. She's like, oh yeah. Or he's like, oh yeah, you're just hitting her up because you want her attention or whatever. And he's like, she literally has my son. I think it's so crazy that this girl Brie, it's like, girl, you have a son with this fool. Obviously he's hitting you up like regarding your son. Why are you going around telling other people? And then people are putting their business on a TikTok live. Also, Brie and 2K beef it on live too. I'm like, this is so crazy, this world that we're living in right now. And this is why I say I feel like TikTok lives, especially if you're on the drama side of things, I really do feel like this is my new version of like reality TV. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, talk about unfiltered, unscripted, like just straight up raw. Like that's exactly how this is. And I'm like, it's low-key entertaining. But then also if you really think about it, because there's a baby involved, it's like, damn, this is sad. And like homegirl she's a mess. But anyways, go ahead and check out her clips right here.
So is the baby his?
That's not the point. The point is...
but that is the point, though.
I'm going to answer you.
Oh, answer me.
Okay. When I first got pregnant, he came on here saying, I don't know if it's mine. I don't even want it to be mine. He never claimed my son. So I said, you know, when I have my son, I have no problem at the hospital. We can do DNA tests. I have no problem doing that. I know what the truth is. And when it came down to it, he was supposed to take the DNA test at the hospital. He never did. And then today he came on live crying saying, oh, I never took the DNA test because of blah, 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 excuses. Just to get sympathy, that he's probably taking care of a kid that's not his.
So is it his?
He never took the DNA test. I told him to take it.
Is there a possibility that's not his baby?
I don't know. He needs to take the fucking test. It's not a me thing. I know I'm Winter's mom.
What do you mean it's not a you thing?
I'm Winter's mom.
He pee everywhere.
Guys, I know I'm Winter's mom, so why can't he take the test to figure his shit out?
But obviously you're the mom.
My ex was just crying on live because he said he didn't know if Winter was his kid.
Wait, he's actually crying?
He was about to. It's because I told him to get a DNA test and he never got one. I'm like, that's your fault.
Yeah. So he might be taking care of a kid that's not.
Anthony. Anthony, oh my god. Bro, I love Anthony so fucking much. Oh my god, you're fucking hilarious. I said free babysitter, thank you. And he spent $100,000 on lawyer fees. Bro, if anybody would troll somebody that hard to make them spend that much money, it would be me.
As y'all see from right there, she is saying that he is not the father, which I think it's so crazy. And I gotta keep it real, okay? And maybe because I'm not a woman, I don't know. Maybe I'm viewing it differently because I can't relate. I don't know. But I have to say, there would be something within my soul that wouldn't sit right if I had a baby and I was not sure that the person who is claiming to be the father is the father. Like, in my head, if I was like, damn, like, I really don't think he's the father, there's no way that I would let a person go through spending $100,000 on court and taking care of my son and buying, obviously, all the clothes and the food and the diapers and all these things. Like, there's no way that I would be able to sit there and like stomach that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would feel like such a piece of shit. Like, I would be like, oh my god, like, I gotta let him know, like, I don't know if you're the dad. Do you know what I mean? And obviously now he's made aware of it, but because of like social media and because her blasting it out there. But I really do think like this is something that should have been like, you know, said along the ways. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've been in a court battle like for months now. So it's just kind of like, girl, how are you going this whole entire time? Like, you know, knowing that he could potentially not be the father. That's crazy to me. The fact that you're having him over here, like, you know, doing all this and acting as the dad. If, you know, obviously there still is a chance though that like that's his son. Also, by the way, I have to say, I feel like he kind of looks like him. I feel like if you guys have seen 2K's mom, like she's been on the lives before, I really feel like they look alike. So I'm just kind of like, I really do think that he is the father. But I'm just saying, if it was a doubt within her, you know what I mean? Say, for example, if she hooked up with 2K and another guy like within the same couple days, do you know what I mean? If there was still that like doubt, then I feel like she should have been made that known. I don't really know. But anyways, go ahead and hear from 2K to see what he has to say about this.
There's a few ways I can go about this. I want to go about this properly because I know they're going to screen record.
But Mr. 2K, if that's the case, like even if remotely, if I was with someone and they told me that, and you see the amount of guys that she has been with, like all jokes aside, wouldn't you want to? Like,
I already fell in love with him before the opportunity I have, and regardless if he's my son or not, DNA, that's still my son. And they said the same thing in the courtroom. My lawyer said, what are some of the things she said to me outside the Airbnb? I said she wasn't my son. She said, do you believe that? I said, DNA or not, he's my son and I love him.
okay.
Regardless, and I didn't want to get a DNA test because if I found out that he wasn't my son before custody was over, I still wanted to do what was best for him, which is get him out of that position with her.
Damn,
Nobody knew that.
But they saying that he looks just like you, though. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not going to get a DNA test until after April.
okay, dude. Shit.
That's why I never answered the questions of people asking if I got a DNA test. And people have been asking me, why didn't you get a DNA test at the hospital? And that's because I didn't want to make Brianna upset saying, and have her think like, why do you think he's not yours? When I needed to be on the birth certificate so I could have rights to him. I wasn't going to take the risk. I would rather be on the birth certificate and find out later that he's not mine than me not being able to be on the birth certificate at all and her keep him from me like she did for the first 2 months. That's the truth.
I'm just flabbergasted right now. I don't really have any words. This ain't
I
breathing.
don't give a fuck about $1,000 that I gave my lawyer. I don't give a fuck about the $200,000 on the Airbnbs. I don't care about any of that shit. Money is nothing but a tool in this world, and I'm using it to get my son. Now they're asking me, why are you waiting after April until you get a DNA test? Because I don't want to feel any type of way and stop fighting for him.
As y'all see from right there, I'm sorry, I feel like he's kind of sweet. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the way he's handling everything, and I don't know, like, from what I've seen of him, I really do feel like he seems like a really nice guy. I think that first of all, he's really funny too. Like, that wins me over too. I'm like, oh, you're funny, so I like you, okay? But then also on top of that too, like, when you see him with his son on live and see the way that he talks about his son and everything, I'm just like, he really does seem like he is a wholesome person, and he really does seem like he is a good dad. And I really am hoping that this is in fact his baby, because I think it would be like, I don't know, kind of heartbreaking for him that he's obviously become so attached to this baby, and I think it would be heartbreaking for him to find out that it, you know, is not his, if that's the truth. But like I said though, like, I feel like the baby kind of looks like him, and I feel like the baby kind of looks like his mom, so I'm just kind of like, I really do feel like that's the case. And hey, maybe Bree is just trolling, maybe Bree is just trying to get under his skin, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe she didn't hook up with nobody else for months and she knows for a 100% certainty that he is the dad, but maybe she just wants to bother him, because she does seem like that type of person that's like really petty and likes to like bother people, do you know what I mean? Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.